Is this Infiniti worth $70,000? We'll find out in today's video. I'll include a link to the Infiniti here in Murray's website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 9-speed. Power outputs are 268 horsepower, 286 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is 22 around town, 27 on the highway. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Now, this silver paint job is one of the best looking silvers I've seen on a car. Also have a sharp headlight design, and I like the grille here on the Autograph version. It's pretty fancy looking. Altogether, the front end, I think it's good looking, and again, that color really pops. Tire wheel setup is 255 by 50 by 20. You've got a little bit of silver on the wheels, but mostly metallic gray. Probably noticed that the fender flares are unpainted. I think this is a little bit of a miss, but they did black out the mirror caps, and then the roof is also blacked out, which gives the QX60 a cool two-tone appearance, kind of like a Range Rover in a way. When it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock function. We've got the opening for the hatch remote start, and then you've got your Infiniti logo on the back. This is one of the weirdest setups. So the seats are actually kind of manual with a fold down. You just press that tab and then boom, and you do get more storage, as you can see. Then they're auto raise up. You press that and then it'll raise up the seat. That's kind of weird, isn't it? But yeah, with the seats folded up, you actually still have a decent amount of cargo space. Sharp looking taillights here, and then I like the finish on the Infiniti logo. It's got kind of like that darker chrome appearance. Same thing with the QX60 down below. That will cap things off for the exterior of this QX60. Well, almost forgot Autograph. Anyways, keyless entry, which is nice. Let's pop in. Sunshade for the rear passengers. Two-tone design here on the door panel. Actually, tri-tone, because you got a little bit of gray. Legroom in the third row is pretty typical. Reserve it for kids, not super spacious. And then just the right passenger gets a little USB port, funny enough. And they do at least give you vents here in the rear. Now the second row seats are definitely a lot more premium looking, perforated all down the center as well. Legroom's also a lot better. We also have a storage pocket there. We got our own climate zone in the rear, heated seats on top of that, some USB ports down below with an outlet, and of course more vents for some airflow in the back. Let's now pop up front. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. This also comes with 2 settings for the memory seat function. The mirrors do power fold in, and we've got more of that cool two-tone appearance on the door panel. Both front seats have speakers in the headrest, and then you can see really cool design down the center. They also have massage function, power adjustable, lumbar support. And I will say, you can tell really nice material use throughout. And start it up. Nice trim all around the steering wheel with the Infiniti logo front and center. Practical controls for the cruise control on the right hand side. Got your volume controls for the center on the left hand side. There's also little paddles on the back for the 9-speed. Digital gauge cluster here in the center. You can change the information that's displayed. Not super customizable, but overall it's a cool look. We do have a 360 camera system with this. It's got pretty good resolution. Now before we go over the rest of the infotainment system, we do have a heads-up display too. And as for the center infotainment system, I can actually control things with a dial if I want. It is also a touchscreen, so it just depends on the functionality you want to use. I will say the touchscreen seems to be, you have to like be very like firm with your touch. You can't just like kind of slightly drag it. You gotta press down and then kind of pull on it. Anywho, down below we've got our dual zone climate controls. We've got rear climate as well. Heated and ventilated seats up front, and you do have some kind of physical-ish controls for the radio. Got some USB ports there, charging area in general, some cup holders right behind that. Shifter's kind of interesting. Drive mode select right next to that. Auto stop start if you want to turn that feature off. Got your parking brake and auto hold, and then this is the analog control for the infotainment system, and shortcut buttons around it too, like for your camera. This is nice with the whole center console setup. Got a 12 volt in there. There, more of that two-tone coloration. And look how the door panel feeds into the dash. Really nice design there. We also have a camera rear view mirror, and then a panoramic sunroof. 2026 Autograph, $70,390. Let's see how this performs. Well, QX60. Let's get our massage going on. Now, the engine changed a little bit controversial, but what's less controversial is the transmission. It's funny, they went from a V6 CVT with, well, was it CVT? No, I can't remember. Man, I should have re-looked that up. But anyways, we now have a 4-cylinder and a 9-speed. I think it was just the Murano that had a CVT, or I can't remember if it was also the QX. No, because the 60 had the 9-speed just like the new Pathfinder. Now it's coming back to me. Okay, so we went from a V6 with a 9-speed to a 4-cylinder turbo with the 9-speed. The weird thing is the Pathfinder, I mean, I haven't reviewed a 26 yet, but the 25 still had the V6 in the Pathfinder, so I don't know what the thought process is behind that whole setup. Now, I will say, this drives pretty nice. Oh man. Okay, the low end on this is, it's a small displacement 4-cylinder. Yeah, it's leaves a little bit to be desired. That's for sure. It's kind of a pretty big lag before I actually got up and moved. But the seats are very comfortable. I like this, like this interior is really nice. Man, it's like all the money went into the interior. It's really, really nice. Oh yeah, and going over the train tracks, the suspension dampening is fantastic. Wow. Let's see this next set of train tracks. Yeah, they did a really good job with the suspension. This is nice. Why do you have to pick such a stupid engine? Why? Because the rest of the car, I mean, this really does drive, it drives so well. It's a really good luxury car, actually. It's quite, I mean, this has got to have pretty thick glass. Yeah, this is thick glass. I was gonna say, it seems pretty well insulated. Can almost stop a bullet with that glass. Wouldn't recommend it, but yeah, this engine's just the problem with this car. Everything else is, that's sad. Everything else is great. And it's not just Infiniti. Everyone's doing these stupid 4-cylinder turbos in these bigger cars, and I hope that this is just a thing that goes away, because yeah, it just isn't great for performance. So overall, I mean, I'll get you guys another acceleration, but I really like how this drives for the most part. I think the V6 made way more sense in terms of the power delivery. And my advice to Infiniti, I don't know how practical this is for them, but my advice, I would focus on performance rather than luxury, because I think that, here's the thing, is Acura has the same problem. Acura is kind of going all in on luxury, and then, you know, it's still a pretty small brand in the US, and it's definitely, let's try to get through here before these people come through. Ah, that's turbo lag right there. That is all turbo lag. Holy guacamole. Anyways, Acura, they are spending all this like effort to make their cars more luxurious when they should just release cool performance, like kind of luxury cars. And I think the Infiniti should do the same thing. Like, I don't think that Infiniti I mean, maybe some of them, like in a QX80, yes, and in this, yes, but also like there should be a QX60 that has like a twin turbo V6, you know, just like how Acura, you know, they have the Type S, but the problem is, look how bad that is. Wow. Anyways, Acura has the Type S. They don't offer it in enough cars. They don't offer it in the RDX yet. And the other problem is they offer it like only at the top of the line. Like, some of these manufacturers need to understand why, you know, BMW, for example, is so successful in the US market. It's because you can get good performance and it's not a top of the line car. You can get a BMW 3 Series with like 400 horsepower, and it's just a mid-trim. It's not an M car even. It's an, I mean, it's an M Sport, but hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. I think this is a great car. I just think that Infiniti needs to go back and give us some crazy, like the powertrain in the QX80 is fantastic. I love it. This with a 4-cylinder, no. This should have at least the V6 as an option. Let me know your thoughts.